Welcome to Rays of Hope, where inspiration meets possibilities. Join us on this journey as we explore videos that illuminate the path to positivity, resilience, and success. Ways to beat loneliness. In today's fast-paced world, loneliness is more common than ever. It's a silent burden many carry, impacting mental health and overall well-being. The experience of loneliness can be deeply unsettling, affecting how we perceive ourselves and interact with the world. It can make the world feel vast and unwelcoming, even when we're surrounded by others. Finding ways to fight loneliness is crucial for leading a happier, healthier life. The good news is that loneliness, while challenging, is not insurmountable. With the right strategies, we can forge meaningful connections and build a life rich in social interactions. Understanding loneliness. Loneliness is the feeling of being disconnected or isolated from others. It's not just about being alone, it's about the lack of meaningful relationships and connections that fulfill our emotional needs. Loneliness is a subjective experience, varying from person to person. For some, it might mean a lack of close friendships. For others, it could be the absence of a romantic relationship or the feeling of being misunderstood in a crowd. This emotional state can affect anyone, regardless of age, gender, or background. The roots of loneliness often lie in unmet social needs. As humans, we are inherently social beings, wired to seek connection and companionship. When these needs are not met, whether due to life circumstances or personal challenges, loneliness can creep in, leading to feelings of emptiness and isolation. It's important to recognize that loneliness is not a character flaw but a signal that we need to reconnect with others in meaningful ways. Moreover, loneliness can be exacerbated by societal changes. The rise of technology, while connecting us globally, can sometimes replace face-to-face interactions with more superficial online exchanges. This shift can leave us feeling more isolated than ever, even when we're technically connected to many people. Understanding the nature of loneliness is the first step in addressing it and finding ways to overcome it. Types of loneliness. Loneliness comes in different forms, each with its own set of challenges and implications. Recognizing the type of loneliness you are experiencing can help in finding the most effective ways to address it. Situational loneliness. This type of loneliness occurs after specific life changes or events. For example, moving to a new city where you don't know anyone, starting a new job, or experiencing the loss of a loved one can trigger situational loneliness. This form of loneliness is often temporary, but it can be deeply unsettling while it lasts. It's important to actively seek out new connections and integrate into new communities to alleviate this type of loneliness. For example, joining local clubs, attending community events, or even exploring new hobbies can provide opportunities to meet people and create a new support network. Chronic loneliness. Unlike situational loneliness, chronic loneliness is a more persistent feeling that doesn't seem to go away, even when surrounded by others. This type of loneliness can be more complex to address because it may be rooted in deeper emotional issues or long-standing patterns of social disconnection. Chronic loneliness often requires a multifaceted approach, including building emotional resilience, seeking therapy, and gradually making lifestyle changes to improve social interactions. It's crucial to recognize the signs of chronic loneliness early and take proactive steps to combat it before it impacts mental and physical health. Emotional loneliness. This occurs when you feel the absence of a close, intimate relationship, such as with a partner, family member, or close friend. Emotional loneliness can be particularly painful because it involves the longing for a deep connection with another person, someone who understands and accepts you fully. To address emotional loneliness, it's important to nurture existing relationships or seek out new ones where trust and intimacy can be built over time. Social loneliness. This type of loneliness is characterized by the lack of a broader social network or community. You may have one or two close relationships but still feel lonely because you miss the sense of belonging to a larger group. Social loneliness can be alleviated by engaging in group activities, joining clubs or organizations, and participating in community events where you can meet people with shared interests and values. Existential loneliness. This is a more abstract form of loneliness, often tied to feelings of meaninglessness or a sense of being alone in the universe. It can arise during life transitions, such as aging, retirement, or after a significant loss, when people begin to question their purpose and place in the world. Addressing existential loneliness may involve exploring philosophical or spiritual beliefs, seeking out deep, meaningful conversations with others, and finding activities or causes that bring a sense of purpose. Loneliness in relationships. Sometimes, loneliness can occur even within a relationship or marriage. This happens when there is a lack of emotional intimacy or communication between partners. Addressing this type of loneliness requires open, honest communication, and a willingness to work on the relationship to rebuild connection and understanding. By identifying the specific type of loneliness you're experiencing, you can tailor your approach to overcoming it, ensuring that your efforts are more effective and targeted. Effects of loneliness. Prolonged loneliness can wreak havoc on both mind and body. It's not just an emotional experience but one that has significant psychological and physiological effects. Mental health impacts. Loneliness is closely linked to mental health challenges like anxiety and depression. When we feel lonely, our thoughts can become negative and self-critical, leading to a downward spiral of emotions. Loneliness can also exacerbate existing mental health conditions, making it harder to cope with daily stresses. Over time, the persistent feeling of isolation can lead to a sense of hopelessness and despair, which can be difficult to overcome without intervention. Physical health consequences. Physically, loneliness can lead to increased stress levels, which in turn can have a cascade of negative effects on the body. Chronic stress is known to weaken the immune system, making us more susceptible to illnesses. It can also lead to higher blood pressure, increased risk of heart disease, and other stress-related conditions. In fact, studies have shown that loneliness can be as harmful to physical health as smoking 15 cigarettes a day, underscoring the profound impact it has on our well-being. Cognitive decline. Loneliness has also been linked to cognitive decline in older adults. Social interaction plays a critical role in keeping our minds sharp as we age. When we're socially isolated, our cognitive functions can deteriorate more quickly, leading to memory loss and other cognitive issues. Engaging in regular social activities and maintaining strong relationships can help protect against cognitive decline. Stay tuned for Part 2, where we'll explore the effects of loneliness and practical strategies to overcome it. See you there. Thank you for joining us on this uplifting journey with Rays of Hope. Please comment, like, share, and subscribe to stay tuned for more videos that spark hope and empowerment. Until next time, keep shining brightly. Thank you for watching.